You just want to mist it over the leaves, and that it does not harm the pollinators that come into the garden, and it ward off those pests that aren't welcome. Two ingredients, just two ingredients that are readily available. One in your garden, one in your fridge. If I knew this years ago, I would have solved my problem with root rot with my onions. But this serves so many other purposes I'm going to share with you. So stick around. My name is Marie if you're new here. This is our container garden where we grow most of our vegetables and fruits, and we find ways on a daily basis to improve the fruits and vegetables that we grow in the garden. This is a game changer, and I feel obligated to share it with you. Quite easy. I'm going to share how I make it and also how I use it in the garden. One of the ingredients present in this bottle, this liquid, magic liquid that I have here, is turmeric that I plant in abundance in my garden. So the good thing about this, it's not something that is hard to find. If it is you're not growing turmeric as yet, it is very, very easy to grow. And I've shared videos previously showing how I grow turmeric in my garden. You can check those out. But turmeric is one of the ingredients that is present in here. I'm going to tell you exactly how much of what you put in there shortly. And the other ingredients is milk, whole milk, any milk that you use, unsweetened milk, organic preferably, that you use inside your house. So it is two ingredients that are readily available to you. Now, turmeric is antifungal, the same as milk. Both of them have antifungal properties, and this liquid benefits so much of your vegetables and fruits in your garden. I'm going to show you exactly how it is made, and then, well, tell you exactly how it is made, and then show you exactly how it is used in your garden to boost your vegetables and fruit. Unbelievable boost to your vegetables and fruits in your garden. I've been using this for a little bit and watching some of the things that I use it on before sharing it, because in the past I've shared stuff that failed me and I don't want to do that. So I'm sharing after the fact. Let me show you how to make it and then how to apply it to your crops, whether root vegetables or vegetables that produce above ground. Now, I know there are persons who does gardening have issues now with either your plant rotting or you have seedlings that die before they grow. So many problems, and turmeric, it takes forever to grow. I planted the turmeric 2 months before they started sprouting, and then it takes another 9 months to be ready. So the reality is you might not have turmeric, the tubers available to you. So if not, the powder is sold. This is powder that I made by drying my turmeric. Ensure I labeled so I know, because it looks and smells just like curry. So this is powdered turmeric that I dried my harvest and grind it in my little grinder, electric grinder. That is what I have here. If you had fresh turmeric, you could have boiled it, grater it, boil it, and then strain it off and use the water along with the milk. But if you do not have fresh turmeric, you can use the powdered turmeric as well. Now, this is both a pesticide. By the way, this mixture that I'll be preparing can be used both as a foliar spray, used to spray the foliage of the vegetables and fruits, as well as a soil drench. So you can use it both to water the plant and also as a foliar spray. Now the powder can be used just as is. So it deters pests because of the odor. It has a very, very strong odor. So you can sprinkle this onto your plant as well as onto your soil. And it will kill tiny microscopic insects that kills the root of your plants, your little seedlings and so on. It will kill those insects as well. So you can sprinkle it onto your plant that is not ideal for me because I have to water so often. So this mixture is better for me. But you can sprinkle the powder onto your soil as is. This is my cayenne pepper or red chili pepper that I have growing right here, and I prune these frequently. As soon as this crop is done and I harvest them, I prune the pepper plant. Now when you prune your plant, sometimes they rot right at that wound where you cut the plant. Sometimes they will rot, especially if you have rainfall or you're watering from above. Before the wound heal on the plant, they will sometimes rot, and that can kill or damage your plant really, really bad. Now, what you can do to prevent those fungus, because usually it is fungus from the moisture that cause the pepper plant to rot, or tomatoes, whatever plant, or even fruit trees you prune, usually it is the fungus that um, gather on that wound that cause your pepper plant or whatever plant, as I say, to rot. What you can do is take some of this powder and place on the wound of the plant, and that will help the plant to heal quicker, as well as to prevent it from rotting due to fungus being formed right on that wound of your plant. Right there, if you look at my plants, the wounds are healed properly and the plant is producing like crazy. Now, how do we make this mixture that we need to make our foliar spray as well as our soil drench? We need 1 tablespoon of the turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of the turmeric powder. We need 1 cup of regular whole milk. If it is stale, it's perfect to use. And we need 4 cups of water. And that is what we're going to combine. Oh, and I need to mention that rainwater would be ideal if you have access to rainwater, so you don't have the chlorine killing those microbes that are present in or milk, especially that has that antifungal um, property. And so you're going to warm that water, not hot, because hot water will kill those helpful bacteria as well. So bacteria, I say that right. The hot water will kill those. So you want to use slightly warm water so that you dissolve the turmeric properly in the water, and then you combine those. Now that can be used immediately. You don't need to set it aside for any period of time. You can use that immediately. So it's 1 tablespoon of the turmeric, 1 cup of milk to 4 cups or 1 quart of water. And now, if it is that you're going to do a large spraying, you just multiply all of those equally to make a bigger batch so you can spray or water your garden with that. Now, there are persons who will add soap, this soap, to the mixture. I don't feel like that is expressly necessary, and let me explain why. What the soap does is it provides this film, this sticky film on the leaves that you spray this liquid on. Now, the milk in this case, the milk serves that same purpose. When you put the milk in the water, it also forms that um sticky film on the leaf, and it also helps to keep that treatment on the plant for longer. Now, the milk in this case also serves the purpose of being an antifungal ingredient to the mixture. So I feel like I would be adding 2 ingredients that is serving the same purpose in this case. As I said earlier in the video, this mixture is both for soil drench and foliar spray. So let me show you how we use it as a foliar spray and on what plants I would recommend. This is a poblano pepper that you're looking at. So in my garden, I noticed that peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, pumpkins, those sorts of vegetables and fruits, they are prone to fungus on their leaves. And you know, once your leaves get damaged, your plant is going to suffer because the plant depends on the leaves to feed them with energy that they collect from the sunlight. Now, this is perfect to spray on those foliage to prevent them from getting those funguses. For the squashes like the pumpkins and the cucumbers and so on, powdery mildew is a big issue, especially if you live where it's humid, where there's a lot of moisture in the air, where if you get a lot of rainfall. Because the powdery mildew, it loves the moisture. This is a perfect foliar spray that you can use to spray on those leaves to prevent the fungus from attacking early those fruits and vegetables. And what you want to do is you want to spray above the leaves, and you also want to spray beneath. No, this does not just act as a fungicide, it also acts as a pesticide. As I said earlier, the turmeric has a really high odor that wards off some of the pests, like the whiteflies, the aphids, and so on. It will ward them off. Recently, guys, I have been enjoying a whitefly free garden with a combination of the marigolds that I planted and also by using this foliar spray on my leaves. So I spray it beneath the leaves for those pesky pests and also above for pests that will fly into your garden and want to lay, like leaf miners and so on. There's a serious issue with leaf miners. This helps with so many of those pests. You just want to mist it over the leaves, and that it does not harm the pollinators that come into the garden, and it ward off those pests that aren't welcome. I find that it also helps with the brown leaves on the strawberries. These strawberries are doing fantastic. There's so many fruits on them. But from time to time, the leaves will brown. Here is an example. Here's another. I find that spraying this on the strawberry leaves also help improve the health of these plants. They are producing tons of strawberries. I've harvested so many from these. So this can also be used to spray on the leaves of the strawberries as well. And the good thing is you can harvest these peppers even if the spray touches them and wash and enjoy them immediately. There are no harmful chemicals present in this spray, and it will not burn your plant. As against the soapy water can sometimes burn your plant if you're not using it carefully. Tomatoes are notorious for the fungus. These are more likely to get fungus than any other plant that I have in my garden. So this helps tremendously in that area in keeping the tomatoes healthier for longer, so they can produce the lovely fruits that we really need to eat. There's some lovely clusters on this one. This one will soon be able to be harvested. This is a sweet banana pepper. And see how healthy those leaves are. You want to keep them that way. So you want to keep the pest off, and you want to also keep the disease off of the plant. And I've tested and it has been proven. I'm going to be showing you a few of the plants that I did not spray with this magic, I call it magic mixture. This pepper plant, even though loaded with fruit, it could have been better. But take a look at those leaves. Those are riddled with disease and fungus, and that's the reason the pepper slowed down. Because usually these peppers bear a ton of peppers. But this one was not spray, as well as these. These got away from me before I got a chance to. But they're still producing, just not as well as they would have if they were taken care of. Those are my turmerics growing. Now when transplanting, this mixture is also perfect. I must I'll let you know before I forget. When transplanting your little seedlings, most of the time their roots get disturbed, and that can cause your seedlings to die. So if it is, you add a little of this in the soil to moisten the soil when planting those seedlings, it will prevent root rot and help your seedlings to um what would you call that, heal quicker and get growing. I had the biggest issue with onions last year, if you guys would recall, for those of you who were with me, with my onions getting to this size and even bigger, and then I would just lose them. They'll just rot in the soil. Now, this mixture also helps the turmeric along with the milk and water. It helps to prevent root rot, especially when overwatered or when heavy rain falls. So yesterday we had heavy rains. These are completely saturated with water now, and that is why I came out and decided to share with you, because I know, and I've gotten comments before asking, Marie, how do you prevent your onions from rotting, because you're having the same issues with your onions rotting in the soil. That is due to the overwatering or the soil being saturated. So there are fungus beneath the soil that clings onto the root of your onions and other root vegetables that cause them to rot. Now, with the antifungal properties of the turmeric and the milk, it helps to prevent that from happening on your onions and other root vegetables. And so I just had to share that with you. So you just use it to drench the soil, and you can use it to prepare your soil for planting as well. Add a little of the powder in your soil when you're going to plant out plants like these or just your regular seedlings, and it will also help to prevent them from rotting. You see your plants rotting, your cabbages and so on, and you're wondering why are they dying? Even though you probably have pesticide in the soil, it's because the roots are being rotted due to the excess moisture in the soil. My dragon fruit, I think it's a bloom. But just to quickly recap, this mixture with the milk, oh, let me remind you of the amount. So it is 1 tablespoon. I hope I said tablespoon earlier. 1 tablespoon of turmeric powder, or you can boil the turmeric. If it is you're going to boil the turmeric, we're going to have to adjust the mixture a little. So it would be 3 cups of water and 1 cup of the turmeric water. If not, if it's the powder, it's 4 cups of water, 1 cup of milk, and 1 tablespoon of turmeric in lukewarm water. And that can be used for both foliar spray and for soil drench to get rid of those pesky pests and the fungus in your garden from getting to the tomato more than anything else, and the peppers. It will help in that area to lessen the pest and keep off the fungus off of the plant. Also, powdery mildew for the squashes, cucumbers, zucchinis, pumpkins, those sort of vegetables that will get powdery mildew once it gets moist. Once the air gets a little bit moist, powdery mildew is likely to attack those plants. You can use it as a foliar spray to spray both on top of the leaves and beneath the leaves, and that will also ward off some of the pests such as whiteflies and aphids off of your vegetables. So I hope this was helpful. It is helping me, and I hope it will help you too. And as I learn, I will share the tips and tricks with you that help me in the garden to keep it looking beautiful and producing food all year round. I really do hope you took something from this video. If you did, please leave a comment and let me know, and also share it so it can benefit others as well. Thank you so very much to my members. I appreciate you joining our community. Thank you guys. Please continue to like and leave your comments, and of course subscribe if you've not already done so. Press the notification bell so whenever I post new contents, you will be notified. All right, thank you so very much. Please remember to share the videos, guys. I'm sure if it helped you, it will help someone else. That's the goal, really. to help others to grow healthy food in their garden. Thank you guys and take care.